Disturbing case of animal cruelty and neglect busted thanks to an anonymous tip. 24 hours later, police say they've recovered more than 180 dogs and cats from a home with an odor so intense, officers say they could smell it from the driveway. Police believe the two adults living at the home in Brick Township, New Jersey on Arrowhead Park Drive were running a puppy mill. Tonight, they are both under arrest. The hazmat operation at the home lasting nearly 24 hours, and investigators say a child was living inside too. News 4's Brian Thompson with the complaints about conditions that date back years.
These cages removed from inside a Brick Township home tell much of the story of what it was like inside.
The conditions were horrible. The odor. They were in very unsanitary conditions, probably months worth of feces, in the bottom of the cages.
Starting last night, Brick police got a tip how bad it was. And well into the morning, firefighters and others in hazmat suits were removing 45 cats, 2 dead dogs, and 135 live dogs to animal shelters across Ocean County. Even Monmouth County coming in to help the massive effort.
We've been calling about this for months.
But Brick police say they came here in 2019 and 2020 after complaints, yet saw no indication action was needed. Apparently, it grew progressively worse, according to this neighbor.
Occasionally, I smelled something.
But never suspected that there were more than 100 animals in there.
No, never suspected that there were more than 10.
Despite all of the scattered possessions outside, neighbors say they never saw any of the dogs walked. Now the house is condemned in cages that were stacked on top of each other inside. And 58-year-old Michelle Nitsch has been charged with animal cruelty. This exclusive video of her being taken to the county jail. Her housemate here, 49-year-old Amy Lonzak, also charged, and both charged with endangering the welfare of a child, Amy's 16-year-old daughter. One neighbor saying the child was Amy's and had moved in a few years ago from Florida.
She would just yell at everyone in the neighborhood. She just alienated Michelle from everyone.
But neighbors also say the couple would try to place dogs.
I would describe them as animal lovers. They did all of the work that they did for the good of the animals.
But she thinks it got out of hand here, so much so that we were told by several that the two women would live in their cars, this pillow suggesting just that.
We've come to understand that they were actually living in the vehicles because the conditions inside that house were so poor.
As many as 10 dogs were taken to veterinarians for extra care, but all the evidence behind me suggests that they were generally well fed. Now, officials are hoping all 180 dogs and cats can be put up for adoption in the not too distant future. In Brick Township, Brian Thompson, News 4 New York.